When you open up the Bible of DC characters, there are so many awesome, cool, intriguing, unique, different characters. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, all those other ones are great, but if we just pause for a second, and trust me for a little bit, come over here, let me show you something over here. This character's called Black Adam.
We've seen Dwayne Johnson right at the very center of the action before, but never quite like this. In the world of movies at least, Black Adam could well be DC's best kept secret. That's about to change, and then some. Forget everything you think you know about superhero movies, because Dwayne Johnson is Black Adam. But is he a savior or a destroyer? A huge favourite of fans since he made his debut on the page in the 1940s, the character of Black Adam shuns the archetypal good and evil, black and white, to instead explore the shades of grey that lie between superheroes and supervillains. Transposed to the cinema screen, it's an opportunity for a fantastical action-adventure with a very different kind of edge.
If you could wave a magic wand, what kind of superpowers do you want to be blessed with? Well, he has them all. He is the strongest in the universe. He is fast. He flies. He throws out lightning like he throws out candy. He's got a wicked, not only sense of humor, but also just how he plays mental chess with everybody. So he's been blessed with all of these capabilities. When you look at Black Adam's rich history, his very rich mythology, coming from being a slave and oppressed, and he and his family being oppressed, and he and his people being oppressed. A lot of times in life, and we've seen this, when a person, a human being, or an entity or a group are tired of being oppressed, it's almost like holding a ball underwater. You can only hold it for so long before it just explodes. I was a slave until I died. Then I was reborn a god. When someone has enough and they make that decision in their mind, it's gonna end one of two ways. Either everything is gonna end, or the ones oppressing us, me and my family and my people, that's gonna end. Montela. It was really gratifying because when we start to reveal that we're showcasing the JSA, the fans went nuts.
The JSA, aka Justice Society of America.
I didn't bring a passport.
You don't need passports.
We fight evil. It's pretty simple.
We're the Justice Society.
It's all of these like superheroes coming together.
And they try to save the world.
The JSA, the Justice Society of America, predated the Justice League, predated any other superhero team, whether that's Marvel, whether that's anyone in DC.
He's been asleep for 5,000 years. The longer he has to adapt, the harder it will be to take him down. Who's on the team?
Cyclone. Basically a tornado with a 167 IQ.
Sounds delightful. But please tell me you found someone who can pack a punch.
That's where Atom Smasher comes in.
They seem green.
That's why I call him Ken. The man's got nearly god-level powers.
Are you sure they can take him?
Waller, you find us a cell that can hold him, we'll take care of the rest.
Good luck.
This is gonna be fun.
We are introducing first the head of the JSA, Hawkman.
What's happening? I'm Aldous Hodge, and I play Carter Hall, aka Hawkman, the legendary savage beast of a warrior. Hawkman, he reincarnates life after life after life. He's like 5,000 years old. But he also can harness the power of using nth metal. Nth metal gives him the ability to fly. It's what he uses for his weapons, for his armor. He's a rule breaker. because he's a rule maker. He's not gonna do it the way the world wants to see him do it. He's all about doing the right thing, but in his way. He kind of dances to the beat of his own drum.
And then we go to Cyclone, played by Quintessa Swindell.
She has the power to harness the wind. Cyclone has joined on to the Justice Society because of the lineage of her grandmother, Red Tornado. Her legacy is something that I think Maxine has grappled with, but also is like trying to live in her grandmother's image to the best of her ability. And so when she meets Hawkman, it becomes this opportunity for her to be like her grandmother.
Then we go to Atom Smasher, the gigantic Atom Smasher, played by Noah Centineo.
His superpower, outside of brute strength, is that he can control his molecular biology and density. So, he can get really, really big. He's excitable, he's powerful, he wants to prove himself, and he cares a lot. But he's also very open-minded. He's young, and he just got recruited to the Justice Society. He's amped, you know?
And then the elder statesman, the OG, the man himself, Pierce Brosnan. He plays the one and only Dr. Fate.
Kent Nelson is the man who is Dr. Fate in our movie. He's a very, very powerful character. He has the golden helmet of Naboo, and once he puts that helmet on, then he is transformed, which is a blessing and a curse. It's almost like an addiction for the character. And he's called upon to go up against the forces of Black Adam, save the world. Black Adam, what have your powers ever given to you? Nothing but heartache.
The relationship between Black Adam and the JS is not great at the beginning of the film. We go there, in fact, because we think that he may be a threat.
This loose cannon needs to be locked down.
This is someone that is a super metahuman. You know, I'm talking about Class A, and they haven't been up against the likes of Black Adam before. So they have to recruit, regroup, get it together. They gotta go hustle. They gotta take him down. He is the big bad to them.
We're here to negotiate your peaceful surrender.
I'm not peaceful. Nor do I surrender. Depending on how you interpret Black Adam's cause, his drive, his philosophy, well, that then will determine whether you think he's a superhero or whether you think he's a supervillain or whether you think he's somewhere in the middle like a great anti-hero.
I wouldn't call Black Adam's moral code questionable. I would just say that his moral code is just not maybe up to date with the times that we live in, right? So, I mean, this is a guy that was born 5,000 years ago, where things were very different.
I told you, stop killing people.
They look alive to me.
Because I saved them.
Well, that's why I waited until you were there. I got the information I needed. No one died. I did it your way.
He does have a point.
He's a no-nonsense kind of a guy that does things his way for what he believes is right. And when he meets somebody like Hawkman, who has a very strict and very defined justice and moral code, they are kind of at odds with each other.
There are only heroes and there are villains.
You think yourself a hero, but you would let these criminals go free.
Heroes don't kill people.
Well, I do.
Initially, I believe that Hawkman just sees him as a very dangerous threat to the world. After a couple of tussles, he's starting to understand the mindset of Black Adam, and there's an understanding, there's even maybe a sense of respect.
I think he's a figure for Cyclone that kind of pushes that idea of, is he right and are we wrong? It's kind of like that duality, like he really is a representation of the changing, I guess, tide of the world. And he's a liberator, but he also has and brings destruction.
They're both warriors. They both fight for what they believe in. They just happen to believe in different things. But at the end of the day, I'm against you, you're against me. Somebody's got to be taken down.
There are a lot of things that I find very interesting about Black Adam. I'm a little biased, but as a superhero, supervillain fan, I love that pound for pound, he's almost there with Superman. That's pretty wild when you think about it, because there's so many superheroes and supervillains out there who have these incredible powers. So when you think of a guy who could stand toe-to-toe with the greatest superhero of all time, that's intriguing to me.
I like characters that kind of like walk that fine line between doing the right thing and doing what needs to be done. I felt like I hadn't seen that character in the superhero space, and that to me was very exciting.
The thing that really always attracted me about Black Adam is his edge and his intensity. He doesn't have a code of ethics that most superheroes abide by and live by. I kneel before no one. I'm oversimplifying it here, but if you harm me or my family or my people, you die. That's it. And there is no bringing you to justice. There is no code of ethics. It's the Black Adam way. That's always intrigued me. I probably need therapy, that's the problem.
Coming up, the cast of the movie take us behind the scenes. While Dwayne Johnson reveals the lifelong love of Black Adam that motivated him to take the character from comic book page to multiplex screen.
Here we go.
Breathing life into DC's all-action anti-hero has been no mean feat for Dwayne Johnson. The project represents a labour of love for the movie's star and producer, not just in terms of bringing Black Adam as well as the Justice Society of America to the big screen, but also as the culmination of his own personal history with and connection to the character.
This Black Adam project has been with me for, almost 14 years. It has been a long, long haul.
This is his passion project for over a decade.
You know, I was obviously excited. You know, for me, this is a huge thing, but then he was telling me about how long it took him to work on this, how dedicated he was, and how much this means to him. And we were able to bond together on how much this opportunity means to both of us.
I was familiar with Black Adam at a very early age through the comic books. He was just optically interesting to me as a kid because I could relate and I saw myself in Black Adam. And I grew up a DC boy. Now I'm a DC man. I'm still a boy, but I'm a DC man through and through. There was so much really intriguing, I think, backstory and mythology to Black Adam that I felt like we got a shot here.
My vision has shown me the future.
You have two choices.
You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior.
You know, they say you don't want to meet your heroes, your idols, and with Dwayne, that's just not true.
He's a really cool guy. Fills the space with a mighty oak frame, with presence, charisma.
Dwayne's like incredible. Like, DJ really is, I think, and has been an inspiration to like everyone on the cast.
We both want the same thing, and is to make the fans happy. Like I think that I don't feel that Black Adam is my movie in the same way that he doesn't think that it's his movie. We think it's the audience's movie, and that we are there to make them happy and to give them what they want. And that's why we get along, because I think we have the same philosophy.
To be able to build a world and an environment professionally on set and creatively like Black Adam, no one could do it the way that he does it. When we're on set, he knows, I'm pretty sure he knew everybody's lines. He knew the context of every line in the scene, how it fit to the one before and after, and the overarching theme of the entire film. And he was just able to sit there and workshop any moment with you at any time. Nobody had a bad idea to him. He's a true collaborator and damn good at what he does.
In Black Adam, he just has this extra layer of complexity. That really comes from the fact that he's been waiting for so long to play this role, and there's so much expectation.
You know, with DJ, the thing that I love about this particular role is that you're gonna see a different side of him as an actor, as a performer. It's gonna stretch what you know of his abilities because of the heart that this character has, the journey that this character goes on. So you're gonna get a whole new experience of what this man is capable of.
I have never played a character like this before. It's one of the many reasons why I was so excited to bring this character to life is because this is a departure. You know, the characters that I played in the past, there's an heroic sense to them, which says a lot about my ego, I think. But who gets knocked down, galvanizes people around, and hopefully take care of the business that needs to be taken care of. Black Adam is a complete departure from that.
Fade now, take the lead. Listen, you two hang back till we call you. With the anvil or the hammer, you're ready.
I just dropped you.
Be prepared.
When you cast these actors and they bring these characters to life, you look around the set and you go, man, thank God. I mean, we really made a good decision with these guys.
You know, I grew up pretending to have powers, you know, in my room, running around. I remember when they gave me the full suit for the first time. You sit there, you're looking in the mirror, they put the hood on, and you just look like a superhero. It's a thrill. I got so excited, and, you know, the opportunity to do a film that required so much imagination, because, you know, I can't grow to 70 feet tall, and I don't know what it's like to be or fight superheroes or villains, right? So, you know, it's a fun prospect.
The first day that it really dawned on me that I'm a superhero was the very first day that Quintessa, Noah, myself, I think DJ were all on set. We're all in our superhero suits. And you're looking around and you're like, oh man, first of all, we're on an amazing set, but you're looking at, you know, your buddies and everybody's geeked out, you know what I mean? But you got Pierce walking around, he's got the helmet, and you realize, oh, this is real. This is actually here. You believe in something a completely different way, especially when you see it, you believe it, you know it, you understand it. It comes at you in a wholly different experience. So for me, that was the first day where I felt like, oh yeah, we're doing it.
A wise man once told me a bad plan is better than no plan at all.
That was before we had a very bad plan.
Let it go. I'd rather be fighting with him than against him.
What's the hell they're telling you? Somebody's gonna die. Who is it, Atom Smasher? It's Atom Smasher.
Surprisingly, no.
Is it me?
When it's time for you and I to say goodbye, you'll know. All I can tell you is, there's still time to change the future. Let's use it.
I realized this midway through shooting Black Adam. I had one of these epiphanies, one of these aha moments, as people like to say. I remember having a moment on set, going, I was in the costume and thinking, wow, I am a superhero, an anti-hero, a god, as Black Adam is. And I said, you know, I don't know how I'm gonna pee in this costume. Then we had to figure it out, so we created a zipper. The world needed a hero. Instead, it got me. So man, it has been a long journey, one that has been underscored with a relentless amount of hard work from everyone involved. But I gotta tell you, now sitting here, it's a good feeling because I know The most important thing is, did you deliver? And is the product you're delivering, is it good? Are people gonna enjoy it? So I got everything crossed that people will enjoy it, but I think we made a good one. So I'm feeling pretty good about Black Adam.
Behind you! Did he just catch a rocket? He got a rocket.
There are a few moments in the movie where we wanted to create something that was just unforgettable. And that's hard to do, man, because there's so many great movies out there in all the different genres, but especially in the superhero genre. It's hard to do, oh, what's the never been done before thing, and how are you gonna change the paradigm, and what does it mean to usher in a new era? There are a few moments where they will have that aha moment and go, ah, that's what he meant. Holy